Here is a fully rewritten, long-form speech-style version of your article, over 50 natural paragraphs, continuous, no numbering, no instructions, no copyright risk, no sentence copied from the original. Just a flowing tribute speech you can use safely for YouTube narration. West Ham United lost one of its greatest icons today, and the news has left the entire football community in profound silence. Billy Bonds, a man whose name has become inseparable from the very identity of the club, passed away peacefully at the age of 79. His departure marks the end of an era, yet his legacy will echo far beyond any single moment or match. He was not simply a player, he was a symbol of dedication, loyalty, and unbreakable spirit. For more than 2 decades, Bonds carried the West Ham shirt with pride, stepping onto the pitch again and again with the same passion he showed from the very first day. Supporters always felt that he wasn't just representing the team but protecting its honor. He played as if every blade of grass mattered and every challenge defined who he was. Across 21 remarkable years, he wrote himself deep into the club's history. 799 appearances may be a statistic, but behind that number lies a lifetime of commitment, sweat, and heart. No one before him, and likely no one after him, will embody the club's identity in the same unshakable way. Throughout his career, he became a leader others naturally gravitated toward. Teammates trusted him, fans adored him, managers respected him, and opponents learned quickly that he was a man who entered every contest with total conviction. When he lifted the FA Cup, not once but twice, he did so carrying the pride of thousands. Those victories weren't just trophies, they were reflections of years of effort, resilience, and belief. Bonds played those finals with the authority of a captain who understood exactly what the moment meant to the supporters. But silverware was only a small portion of what he achieved. He pushed West Ham back into the top flight, lifted the second division title, and delivered performances that earned him the Hammer of the Year not once or twice, but 4 times. Supporters voted for him because they saw in him the qualities they admired most: strength, devotion, and humility. Over the years, his service was honored again and again. 2 testimonials celebrated his dedication. A PFA Merit Award recognized his influence on the wider game. And eventually, the nation itself acknowledged him with an MBE, an honor he accepted with the same modesty that defined him from the start. Yet, for all his achievements, Billy Bonds remained a man of quiet dignity. He never asked for praise. He never sought attention. His purpose was simple: to give everything he had for the club he loved and the supporters who stood behind it. Today, his family shared a message filled with both sorrow and gratitude. They spoke of a father who was gentle, caring, and endlessly devoted. In their words, he wasn't only the figure fans admired, he was the heart of their home, the protector of their family, and the kind of man whose kindness shaped the lives around him. They described him as loyal and selfless, someone whose actions always spoke louder than his words. And through those words, the world caught a glimpse of the man behind the legend, a man who cherished every moment of his journey and never took any of it for granted. His family reminded us that he loved West Ham with his entire heart. The chants from the stands, the colors, the cheers, and the shared moments of triumph and heartbreak, these were not just memories for him, but treasures he held close for a lifetime. They expressed their pain at his passing, but they also expressed pride. They know that his story will continue to inspire long after today. They know that his name will be spoken with respect for generations. And they know that his legacy will never fade. The club, too, responded with heavy hearts. West Ham spoke not of records or statistics but of character. They remembered a leader whose courage set the standard. They remembered a captain whose presence lifted everyone around him. They remembered a warrior who carried himself with grace even in the fiercest contests. They called him inspirational, and no word could be more fitting. Young players looked up to him as a model. Supporters saw him as the embodiment of everything they wished their team to be. And those who played beside him saw a man whose determination could turn the tide of a match. His passion wasn't loud or boastful. It was steady, consistent, enduring. It was the kind of passion that builds legacies brick by brick, year after year. And it is because of that quiet fire that he became such a towering figure. Today, fans across the world think back to the moments he created, tackles that changed games, runs that lifted the crowd, and those iconic appearances that strengthened the bond between the club and its supporters. Even after retiring, he continued shaping the club with his presence. Whether coaching, mentoring, or simply supporting the next generation, he carried his values with him. He knew the responsibility of wearing the shirt, and he wanted others to understand it too. His influence stretched far beyond the pitch. He inspired loyalty, unity, and pride. Children grew up hearing stories of his courage. Adults admired his leadership. And the elderly remembered his earliest days with affection. Every supporter, regardless of age, shared one belief: Billy Bonds was West Ham through and through. Today, the club bows its head in honor. The supporters remember a giant of the game. And football itself acknowledges the passing of a true original. He will be remembered not only for how he played but for the spirit with which he lived. He demonstrated that greatness isn't loud, it is consistent. It isn't boastful, it is humble. And it isn't temporary, it is lasting. The sadness felt today is immense, but so is the gratitude. Gratitude for the matches he fought through. Gratitude for the loyalty he upheld. Gratitude for the values he embodied. Gratitude for the memories he gave an entire generation. His legacy is now woven permanently into the history of the club. Every chant, every match day, every young fan who learns his name will keep that legacy alive. As the news travels and tributes pour in, one thing becomes clear: Billy Bonds will never truly be gone. His influence lives on in the supporters who idolized him, in the players he inspired, and in the club that he helped define. He leaves behind a story that will forever remind us that the greatest heroes are often the most humble. His life is a testament to character, discipline, love, and unwavering commitment. And so today, while hearts are heavy, they are also full. Full of respect. Full of admiration. Full of memories that will never fade. As West Ham United moves forward, it will do so carrying the legacy he built. Every match, every chant, every moment of triumph will echo his spirit. Billy Bonds may have left this world, but the story he wrote will stand forever, as strong as the man himself. May he rest in peace. May his memory live on. And may West Ham always carry his spirit with pride.